Speaking to us live from Ibadan, the Oyo State capital, on space of insecurity and other sundry issues in Nigeria is Professor Isaac Olawale Albert, Professor of African History, Peace and Conflict Studies, University of Ibadan. Professor Albert, thank you for joining us on Galaxy Television News. The state of insecurity in Nigeria is getting worse by the day. As an expert on peace and conflict studies, how did we get to this level as a country?
Well, I think our leaders should take responsibility for where we are today. This is because several Nigerians saw it coming. We have been talking about it for years. You will recall that those of us calling attention to the problems were collectively labeled as winners, and we were not considered to be reasonable in our assessment of the security situations of the country. But now we are where we are, a very, very sorry state, a very laughable state, a state of such degree of insecurity that people are now unable to sleep with their two eyes closed. We just do hope that our leaders will wake up from their slumbers and begin to take appropriate steps.
Okay, some Nigerians are calling on government to license guns for private use and as a means of self-defense. Do you subscribe to these views?
Well, I do not subscribe to the view of every Nigerian carrying arms. I mean, that would be an easy road map to anarchy. Even in the Western world, though people have access to weapons, but it's strictly controlled in the sense that the more arms you have at your disposal, the more you want to resort to self-help. Now, if you adopt that type of strategy in Nigeria, where there is high degree of state abandonment, people cannot feed themselves, workers are not paid, you have food lumps all over the place. So if under that type of condition, you give people free access to arms, I think we would end up fighting ourselves on a daily basis. And the responsibility of the government could, under that type of situation, be restricted to picking up dead bodies in the every morning. So it's not advisable.
So President Muhammadu Buhari has extended the tenure of Mohammed Adamu as the Inspector General of Police for 3 months. Do you think that is a good idea?
Well, you see, what I find with this government is that we fail to take the advantage of the good opportunities around us. Nigerians are complaining that the degree of insecurity in the country is escalating on a daily basis, and Nigerians are looking forward to a government that would be proactive in engaging the problems. But each time the opportunities make themselves available, our leaders will bungle it. Now, one would have expected our political leaders to be aware, not just today, not yesterday, but 2 years ago, 1 year ago, that the present IG ought to have left office on a specific date. The date was clear to everybody, as far back as last year, 2 years ago. So for us now to see the president asking Nigerians to permit him to retain the IG for another 3 months, to enable him get a very good person, a very good person to replace the present IG. To me, it's a very weak excuse, and I think it will end up further dampening further discouraging Nigerians that probably this, we will see light at the end of the very, very dark tunnel in which we are walking. So to me, it's not a well-advised decision. And well, we are in it already. The president has taken that decision. So what we should just do is to anxiously wait for the 3 months period to elapse, and then we begin to see the kind of new IG that the country will be given. But I don't see the president actually appointing a new IG from outside the existing system. He's not going to appoint the new IG from the university. He's not going to do it from the marketplace. He's going to pick an IG among those who are currently serving as AIG, DIGs. So why is it difficult for the president to just pick one person? Why does he need 3 months to, So we are not managing the security of the country very well. I think that is a point I'm trying to make.
Okay. Thank you so much for your time, Professor Isaac Olawale Albert, talking to us from Abuja.
Thank you so much for inviting me
on the news.